the Hard Hats High Heels. I am here today with Tara Dudley from Plant Life Designs. We're going to talk about some wreaths, some homemade wreaths. This is actually my favorite subject of the season. If there was a subject in school, wreath making, I'd dominate. Not that I'm as good as you, but I just love it. I don't mind the sap on my fingers or anything, you know.
Well, I'm looking for helpers.
Well, maybe we'll have to talk about that. Before we get down to the nitty-gritty, I do want to thank our sponsors, Bankers Trust, Mimi and T Photography, Egg Crates, Garden Grunt, and KDC Built. We've got a lot of cool people standing behind us here and helping us get through the weeks. Okay, so wreath making. A lot of people don't know that you can make these by hand or mix and match whatever you want.
Right. The whole custom concept is a little out the window right now. People think that it's ordered in and I just, send it out. But,
slap some bows on.
Yeah, slappy slap. But anyways, I do make everything custom made, and I do offer different styles, different mixes of materials, from dry materials to fresh greenery. 5 to 6 different kinds of greenery in some cases, and just a lot of different products that from year to year it does change, so it does get a little interesting every year.
And that's, I think, a trend I've seen in the last couple of years where the natural elements have started to come into the wreaths versus, like I said, just the straight
glitter or the fake, you know, Christmas presents.
Exactly. Yeah. So backtracking just a minute, how did you even get into wreath making?
I started wreath making when I grew up on a Christmas tree farm,
and love that.
And we did wreath making in conjunction with Christmas tree sales. And when I started my landscape business, I needed something to kind of go through the cooler times of the season,
right?
And so I decided I could make Christmas wreaths and sell those. So
when I was younger, I started about in junior high doing this too on my grandparents' farm, and we used to make swags all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you get any calls for swags?
Not so much.
That's a trend kind of gone by the wayside, huh?
Yeah, it's more of a 80s to early 90s trend.
You just dated me. And big bows.
Yeah, not so much anymore. I mean, I can throw a swag together if you want, but I don't like to brag about it.
Might not be the swag of the yesteryears.
Yeah.
So we kind of talked about how natural elements are brought more back into the wreaths. It's not so much the plasticky toys,
artificial.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
So is there a certain style that you're seeing more of or being asked of, like contemporary, cottagey?
Yeah.
Or talk to me about your style.
I guess as a designer, my style tends to go more towards the simplistic and more natural products.
Okay.
And I like to incorporate a lot of, different fragrances in there with them as well.
What kind of fragrances do you like to do?
Well, thank you for asking. I actually do a wreath that has dried lavender in it.
Okay.
And so it's quite fragrant, and then I mix it with a little dried oregano, and along with about, sniff that.
Ooh, it smells good.
Yeah, it's a great combination once you put it with the greenery too.
Okay.
So, that's kind of my one of my specialties.
Okay.
I call it the kitchen wreath.
Nice.
So
because the herbals.
Yes. Yeah. So people put it in their kitchen, they put it in their front door, you put it wherever they want, in the bathroom.
My biggest spot. Not going to tell you to do it, but
wherever you need a nice scent.
That reminds me really quick. How long, if I have my wreath inside, how long on average will it stay okay? Or
Yeah, it'll stay throughout the month of December, the holiday season. Ideally, they're best outside. To stay a little bit longer.
Are you going to call me white trash if you see my wreath in May?
No.
I like the lavender.
Mine's out till about March, so yeah. But no, they last a long time outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And then, so I use a different mix of greenery. And then, of course, we have just a simple boxwood here.
Boxwood's my favorite, one of them.
People are really liking this because it's a very clean look. It's not like your traditional greenery wreath,
right?
But and it keeps longer. Actually, if you do want to keep this in the house, a wreath in the house, I would recommend a boxwood wreath.
Gotcha.
So, and along with that, we have just a different variety of greenery as well. This is a Port Orford cedar.
Cedar is my favorite because it's very loosely and it hangs very nicely.
Yeah.
I like it, particularly for roping and such, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a great texture element. There's kind of a two-tone to this Port Orford, which is nice, and it smells really good too. And so there's 3 different kinds of cedar in all my wreaths. We have the Port Orford, and then the incense cedar, which has the little yellow berries.
Little nubbins on them.
Little nubbins. And
will those stay on, you think, if I kept it in the house?
They should.
Okay.
Yep, they should stay on. You know, and it'll dry up, but it'll, you know, still maintain itself. So, and then I just use a regular western cedar, along with just a variety of firs.
Some firs. What's your favorite fir to use? Do you have one? I mean, they all smell pretty good.
Yeah, they all, I mean, balsam is really nice. Noble is a nice one. Noble tends to be a little more higher end.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
do you ever get into any of the silver firs where they have the undercasting? Those are kind of a rough looking needle to it, though, isn't it?
Those are really neat too.
Something different.
I can't put like 13 different kinds of greens.
Why not?
Jeez, Katie.
I said custom ordered.
So I think 5 to 6 is plenty. But yeah, they have a lot of different kinds of texture. And then I use pine too. I use a white pine.
White pine, those are nice.
Which is nice for texture. And then this year I'm offering another wreath with dried roses.
That's fun.
Yeah, so it's kind of a different, twist on the holidays. So that one is called Rosy Greens.
So if I had any, like I know bay leaves sometimes are used in your wreaths, or maybe dried hydrangeas. If I myself had materials in my garden, I could bring them to you and be like, show them in here somewhere for me, will ya?
Yeah, okay. Totally incorporate them in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so everything is custom made, and so you can go to the website and you can either order one that I've already designed, like I just talked about, or you can order one, just a plain wreath too, with your choice of ribbons.
Nice. Ooh, ribbons. We'll get to that here in a second.
Yeah. And another one of my specialty wreaths is the natural wreath, which just is a combination of kind of a rustic mix of pepper berries, which are
pepper berries?
Yep, these are dried pepper berries. And
they seem kind of fragile.
They're fragile, but once we get them incorporated with the greenery, they'll do just fine. And then we also do some pine cones, and I do some twigs and stuff along with that. So
very fragile. They're fun. It's a nice if you don't want a sharp color or sharp punch of color.
It's a soft little red.
Yeah.
To add into there. So yeah, that's the other, type of wreath that I do, and otherwise you can just call me, and if you do purple and blue Christmas,
some people do, or pink.
Or pink.
Some people are pink, yes.
I can accommodate for that, yes. Before
we move on to kind of see you in some of the action, when I walked into your garage here, which is a perfect spot to make wreaths, by the way, it's kind of chemically smelling here. I shouldn't say that bad, but what you put a protectant on the evergreens?
Yeah, and it's an anti-desiccant.
Okay.
So it kind of locks in the moisture.
So theoretically it won't dry out as fast.
Right, yep. And like all the boxwood wreaths that I've just made have all been soaked. Gotcha. So I soak them all before I put them together, and then I spray them with the anti-desiccant.
Very nice.
So.
All right. I'm ready to see you in some action.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have a lot of different kinds of ribbon available, different colors, different styles, different sparkles, different sizes. So as you can see here, we have everything from green to brown to silver to blues to purples to greens more, and golds and reds and burgundies. And if there's something here that you don't see, then it's probably over here. So, and I have, the peacock craze has been interesting. I know with the wedding scene, so I picked up some of this peacock blue, Creams have been really popular for just that simple look as well. So pretty much anything here. If you see something you like, let me know. And I can also throw some sparkles on it, on the actual wreath itself. Here is the anti-desiccant that I use, and as you can see over here, this has already been sprayed. This is a boxwood wreath. It's already been sprayed. It kind of adds a nice little gloss to it, and then holds in some of that moisture. So,
what size wreath is that? Just so people know.
Oh yeah, this is on a 10-inch frame, 10-inch square. So once they get put together, they're probably going to be about 15, 16 inches wide. And then this is my 18-inch square wreath that I offer, and that gets to be about 24 inches wide. So you're looking at about another 6 inches on top of the ring for, you know, the end product. And then this year, these make great housewarming gifts. The miniature wreath.
Those are so cute.
As a crowd pleaser. Yeah, so, I mean, these are great for little housewarming gifts for the holidays. You can, you know, put a bottle of wine in the middle, put it on the table, put a candle in the middle.
Perfect.
So, yeah, they're really nice for that. These run for $18 plus tax.
That's a perfect price for like a housewarming gift.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and people, you know, it's custom made, local. People eat that up. So this is the, you know, the classic. It's a 16-inch ring size. So this fits well on, you know, a front door of a reasonably larger house. If you have a smaller house or a townhouse or something like that, I like to recommend the 10-inch ring. This is a great little, you know, this could make a great little housewarming gift as well. So these are all on my website, photos and sizes and prices.
Give us just a quick, the range of prices that you have, knowing that it depends on what wreath you're getting.
Right. It ranges from $18 plus tax to $60 plus tax. So.
And you were talking earlier about how you've taken some custom orders for even commercial sites. Mm-hmm. And to do those consistently through the commercial site. So that's a great idea where someone locally could say, you know, this is a style that we like because of this is our brand.
Right.
And then who else really can you call to do a custom wreath?
Yeah, it's a pretty good service, I think. I offer like the larger square wreaths down at the East Village at Eden. They order from me every year, and they have 4 of those in the window. So yeah, if you're looking for a certain, you know, kind of look, it's, you know, just talk to me and I'll be glad to help.
So we're going to get to see you in a little action, right? Yes, right here in Tara's house. She can create the wreaths. This is, explain for those of us who probably have never ever seen this machine before.
Oh yeah, watch out.
What you've got going on here.
Well, this is a wreath maker. This is a technical term.
Technical term, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it just varies. This was just kind of custom made workbench with the hardware that we bought, but it's a clamping mechanism. So you just push on here, and you get the rings, and you put your greenery in the rings, and then you just clamp it shut. So as you can see here, I just put a bundle in each little section, and then I just clamp it shut.
Tara, I want to thank you for letting me kind of bombard you with a bunch of questions in your, your workspace.
For coming. Yes.
I'm kind of jealous that you get to work down here and got all this fun stuff on here.
Yeah.
So for those of us that really want to get a wreath from you, we can now order on your website and pay you right on your website, right?
Yep.
How convenient is that? Because I hate making a phone call.
Yeah, I know, right?
This day and age, it's not cool anymore.
Yeah.
So after I've made my purchase online, what's the process thereafter?
All the wreaths will be ready the week of Thanksgiving, which is next week. Of course, it depends when you order.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll be making deliveries, or you can pick up here at my shop. So it just kind of depends. But yeah, once you fill out the whole process, or the
order form.
Okay.
You're right.
Take that out. Okay. Once you fill out the order form, then you can go and you can click on delivery or not. And there's a small charge if you'd like it delivered. And the usually will come out, after Thanksgiving that weekend. So
if my uncle wants one over in Belgium, can you ship him one?
No, unfortunately not this year. Maybe in the future, soon. But yeah, I'm not quite set up for shipping. But it's kind of
next year, baby
a local thing. If you're going to see him, I can get it to you, and then you can take it. But unfortunately,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't do worldwide.
That's right.
Wreath orders, yeah.
Well, thanks again for letting us come in here and take a little quick tour. I like how it's homemade, it's buying local, it's shopping local, and it's perfect for a housewarming gift, if not for your own housewarming gift.
Yeah,
right?
Great for the holidays.
Exactly. Well, I want to thank our sponsors again, Bankers Trust, KDC Built, Garden Grunt, Mimi and T Photography, and Egg Crates, and I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. We'll see you right after that.